I'm going to teach you today how to do a cinemagraph like our Singapore cloud forest picture, which you can see right here. So the first thing you have to do is set up a tripod and take a picture. And then you're going to remove yourself from that picture and you're going to switch it to video mode and you're going to record there for 10, 15, 20 seconds. The more the camera moves between the photo and the video, the more complicated it's going to be for you to, in Adobe Premiere, to put this together and to edit it. So speaking of, I put this all in Adobe Premiere and I put it together and I mashed it up. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. What you're going to do is open a project and you're going to import the photo, which I have here. You're going to right click on that and you're going to click on new sequence from clip. This is going to make sure your sequence is that you have the correct dimensions, and then you're going to import the video, which I have here, and I'm going to put one on top of the other, the photo on top of the video, because you want most of the photo to be shown. And then I'm just going to switch over here because I already have this going on. And then you're going to click on the photo and you're going to click on opacity. And when you click on opacity, you're going to click on this pen tool, which then is going to bring up the mask, and you need to click on inverted to make sure it is inverted. Now you can see here that I've already drawn on this, but essentially what you're going to do, let's go back to the other one, pen tool, inverted, and if I click here and just put a quick square around the motion, I want to leave any stationary parts out. Let's see. See, it's going to import, it's going to show what's behind it. So now what I have to do generally, obviously I want to make sure that I'm drawing closer lines, and I'll show you that in a second, but I'm going to click on the video and I'm going to rotate it, and I want to scale it. I'm clicking over here on scale and I'm sliding over to the right, and move it up until it gets in line with my photo. So that isn't too bad. Let's bring it down a little bit. And like even right there, it looks way better than it did a second ago. But you're gonna have to come in here, you're gonna click on this mask again, and you can, honestly, probably the best way to do it is to delete that, because that was just for an example. And I'm going to come into here and I'm going to zoom in to 400%. I'm going to switch to my hand tool, which you can press H to do, and I'm going to find, zoom out a little bit. I'm going to find somewhere to start. So let's start right here in the corner of my sleeve, or like in my neck. That sounds like a good place to start. Click on inverted. I'm going to click on this mask, and I'm going to start just drawing on the curves, and you can be as precise or as non-precise as you want. The more time you spend here, the easier this is going to be in the end. So I don't need to go below that because there's no motion below this railing that I want in the video, in the final product. So when I finish this section, I need to click on the hand tool or press H, and then I need to go back. I need to press V or click on the selection tool, and then come back up here to mask to continue drawing. And let's say I go, see, you can see the splash here. I'm gonna go on the outside. I don't want to cut it too close because I don't want like weird lines to be in my waterfall. But let's just say we do that. See, you can see that that has shown this whole section behind it, and this is what it looks like in the end. You're gonna zoom out, or I'll click on this. I'll show you what my mask looks like. Oops. If you have the hand tool selected, you cannot be clicked on your photo, or it will move the whole thing. So I'm going to click off of it, and then I can move around and I can show you what this mask looks like. See, I've been very careful to blend these lines well. Could have done a better job always, but I kind of go in and out so it's not a straight line, and then I have it feathered at 10. You could feather more, which would probably work well for up here, but that's not going to work well for down here because it's going to start blending my head into the plants, and we don't really want that, although it looks fine. And then I'm going to zoom out, and the hardest part once you've done that is to make sure it fits. And what I mean by that is that this with the background video, the hardest part is going to be to get it to match. You're going to have to both change the size and the scale to get it right. And so this takes a bit of a fickling and adjusting, but come up here and play with the size and the scale until you get it to match. I would recommend doing this both before you mask and after you mask. So try and get it close to as possible, then do the mask, and then you're going to want to adjust it even tighter. And then you're probably going to want to adjust the mask one more time to bring those lines in perfectly to make it blend. The last thing to do is to edit the color and brightness of the video layer to match what you've already previously edited in the photo layer. So you can just do that through the Lumetri color panel and make the video match the photo. And then you play, and the motion plays behind it, and you export it just like a video, and there you have it.